Right, we continue with Mark's account from where I left off. So, and he brought fine linen and took him down and wrapped him in the linen and laid him in a sepulchre, which was hewn out of a rock, and rolled a stone unto the door of the sepulchre. And Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of Jose, beheld where he was laid. So they saw where he was laid. Now, Ellen White writes beautifully about this process of burial in Desire Ages 774. She says, gently and reverently, they removed with their own hands the body of Jesus from the cross. Their tears of sympathy fell fast as they looked upon his bruised and lacerated form. The body, together with spices brought by Nicodemus, was carefully wrapped in a linen sheet, and the Redeemer was borne to the tomb. There the three disciples straightened the mangled limbs and folded his bruised hands upon his pulseless breast. Then they saw the heavy stone rolled against the entrance of the tomb, and the Saviour was laid to rest. Okay, so before we go on to, so that's just giving you an example of how burial happened. But before we go on to Luke's account, I just wanted to read from you with regards to the prophecy of Joseph of Arimathea. So Joseph, like I said, he was an honorable counsel, and we're going to see as well that he was a rich man. He had money, and in both accounts we saw that he had hewn out a cave or a tomb out of new rock, meaning that he created a new tomb just for Jesus Christ. So no one had laid there, which we're going to see in a second in Luke and John's account. It mentions that no one had been laid in that tomb. No one had used that tomb before. It was only for Jesus Christ. It was newly done. Now, that prophecy is fulfilled in Isaiah 53, verse 9. And he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. Meaning that when Jesus was sacrificed, when he was put to death, you could say, or you could say with his the process of his death was among the wicked, where you had the two thieves behind him, one on the right, one on the left. But it then says, and with the rich in his death, because it was the rich man who then brought forth the tomb to lay Jesus in. So obviously you can imagine that this was in you will see later on as well when we look at Luke and John, it was in a garden. It was you could say it was part of Joseph's sort of family heritage, maybe, that he was able to hew out this rock. Again, this is speculation, but this is where another prophecy is fulfilled, where with the rich in his death.